locations throughout Western PA and Ohio. See you there. As the weather warms up, don't run from the sun. Enjoy more time on your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made right here in the USA with both manufacturer and customer satisfaction guarantees, Lifetime Awnings provides a product that lasts. Veteran owned and operated, a 10% discount is offered to all military veterans and their families. For a no-cost obligation free home consultation, call 724-554-6067 or email the owner, John, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com. And come see Lifetime Awnings at the Mon Valley Home Show.
Hey, how's Timmy's ankle? That was a rough game yesterday.
He's doing okay. We took him straight to Montgomery Medical since they have same-day care, and they were able to x-ray him on the spot. No break, thank goodness.
That's great news. I just took my mom to Montgomery Medical, too. She was under the weather, and they offer walk-ins, so she was seen right away. They're great.
Now if we could just get this soccer team to be as good as Montgomery Medical.
Visit the new Montgomery Medical Office on Laurel View Drive or visit montymed.com. Primary care for all ages.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect gift. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm Agent Nate Ferguson is here in Uniontown to help you select the right protection at the right price. Nate will make sure you understand your coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm Agent Nate Ferguson, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call Nate when you want the real deal.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was that me time you took last Tuesday, or finally learning Italian. Want to do something you'll really thank yourself for later? Start creating a plan for your financial goals today. State Farm Agent Nathan Ferguson is right here in Uniontown to help you look at the things you want to save for and build a plan to set you up for success. The earlier you start planning, the better off you will be. Call State Farm Agent Nathan Ferguson today, and thank yourself later. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guest, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the position of WMBS Radio. The following is a paid political presentation. Candidates may have provided all or some questions to the host and may or may not take phone calls. WMBS and the host do not endorse any political candidate on air during a paid political presentation.
Attack. Time has come, we're gonna take it back. Just wait and see. Don't tread on me. I won't sit back, stand idly by. Watch the heart of my nation die. Oh, not me. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on my Bible, don't tread on my guns. Don't you tread on my faith in God's only Son. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me.
Hey everybody, this is Jon Marietta and I am the Hillbilly. Today's show is being brought to you by Monarch Windows and Doors, Miles' Garage and Tire Center, PatriotsOnline.com, Fayette County Recovery Storage and U-Haul, Country Motor Sales, Tactical Civics, White Mountain Logging, Solid Foundation Ministry, New Life Free Methodist Church, Highline Motorsports, Gun Owners of America, Hillbilly Jon Radio, and you can catch it on YouTube. I think they all got posted today. It's Hillbilly Jon Radio Show. It's up on YouTube. And Jon Marietta for We the People. It's 48 degrees, and it's a beautiful day in Fayette County if you're a duck. Nick's laughing. But and if you're a lady, I guess you're going to have to carry your umbrella around. And make sure you don't get you're going to have your bonnet on. But anyways, I want to start out with this Bible verse. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. This is my command. Love each other. That's John 15, 16, and 17. I got one other one too. It's from Proverbs. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Okay, we got a lot to unpack today. We really do. But I have a friend on the line right now, and we got to let me make these couple announcements real quickly. Well, there's spaghetti dinner tomorrow at the Moose for Starlet. That little girl from 4 to 7. That's Uniontown Moose, and there's also the Fair Chance Exchange Club is having their fishing thing on April the 20th, and check that out on their Facebook page. Okay, I have a good friend of mine on the phone, and he's gonna be calling. He's calling in. I don't know exactly where he's at. It's hard to tell about him. He could be halfway across the world. But you with us, Brett?
Hillbilly Jon Radio. John, I am so glad to be back. I am live from Tennessee at Andrew Jackson's The Hermitage Spectacular Property.
And what are you doing down there, anyways? Is there a turkey shoot or what?
There's no turkey shoot, but Ohio Brett, and you can all follow me on ohiobrett.com, OHIOBRETT.com. John, I am honored to be in Tennessee. Tomorrow, I will be the MC and one of the speakers at PPN, the PatriotPartyNews.com, is hosting the Patriot Festival just west of Nashville.
And I assume there's a pretty good gathering down there.
Oh, there's going to be a great gathering. There's a heck of a speaker lineup. But my favorite Hillbilly Jon won't be there. Maybe in the future we'll get to next year. But, John, I am so excited to let all your listeners know that I will be stretched. I'll have my ankles taped. I can't wait for, I think it's May 14th and 15th. Buckle up for a Tuesday, Wednesday like never before. We've already got 2 amazing churches we'll be speaking at each night, and we'll be filling up a speaking schedule from 7 in the morning every hour. Hillbilly Jon and Ohio Brett are looking forward to giving a short pep talk to whoever you want us to deliver that message to.
And that'll be May the 14th at Solid Foundation Ministry. It'll probably be 6:30, and New Life Free Methodist Church will be the Wednesday, which will be the 15th, and that'll probably be at 6:30 also. And we're going to be all over Fayette County, aren't we? We're going to ride around, and we're going to be at the diners, and we're going to find who has the best coffee in Fayette County. And we're going to be talking to everybody. We're going to be
Fayette County, Hillbilly Jon, Fayette County will never be the same because Ohio Brett is blessed. That man, honored to be a national speaker and TV show host on PPN and Brighteon.tv. Every week you can find the Ohio Brett Show for God and country and sports. But when I get a chance to do tour stops, we want to be used up all day long. So we got 2 amazing churches at night, but during the day, I've been used up. We'll go wherever you want us to go. If there is a high school, middle school, and elementary school, if there is a homeschool family, if there's veterans, any veterans in that county, we want to meet up with them to encourage them. But we will go wherever we're invited to go, John, and I am so excited to be side by side with you to make a difference in that county to encourage everyone.
And I know we're going to be in Washington Township. The lady that's sitting beside me, she's running for delegate for Donald Trump, and she's going to put together a spot for us in Washington Township. We might even make it to some of the more historic places like Dawson and Vanderbilt and maybe even Dunbar. We might be getting into them kind of places.
But George Washington slept in Washington Township, so we're very historic. The Cook Farm.
Well, I'm sure George Washington slept a lot of places in Fayette County over the time. He got stopped by up on top of the mountain with Braddock's. Yeah. But anyways, Hey Brett, I really thank you for everything you do, and I appreciate you. We're going to get this movement underway. I think you're coming back to Fayette County again on July the 6th. Does that sound right? For a hog roast?
We'll work out the details on that. You know, I'll go wherever there's a pig roast. But I'll tell you this right now. Buckle up, everyone. We'll have a flyer that John will be able to distribute, and it's going to be such a great 2 days, May 14th and 15th, unlike any other. God bless you all, and don't forget to dig into those Bibles daily.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, thanks a bunch for calling in, Brett, and we'll have you on maybe Tuesday for a minute or two. You can give us a little update from the Patriots thing, and I really appreciate you.
God bless you, John.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care. Stay safe, my man. Okay, hey, this Melanie just walked in. I don't know. Did you bring your canoe, or was you in a boat like George Washington?
Yeah,
Or
I was out in the rain, actually, believe it or not, checking out a leaky roof at our property in Monongahela that we're getting ready for the Trump rally on the river for Labor Day. This coming Labor Day, we're going to have a little fun in the Valley, and the Mon Valley supporting our president to make sure he gets elected, and he's the next man in the White House.
And Melanie's going to be with us as much as she can, and over the next few weeks until the primary is right there.
Yeah, right around the corner. Yeah.
And I know you got a bunch of things going on. You got all kinds of things on YouTube now.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks to you, I'm sharing that sacred spot with you on YouTube. It's
fun.
And
we're the website, and
there's lots of information on that website.
And we have Facebook things, and I mean it's been a process, and it's all starting to come to a head. And I got to talk to the fellow from Butler today.
Oh yes, great.
Yeah, and he's printing the Trump signs.
Yeah, he's making the Trump signs. Yeah, they're just Trump 2026 because we don't have, or 2024, because he doesn't name the vice president yet.
Yeah.
So once he names that, then the signs will change.
We'll change them.
But we got a lot of them. I'll have them at the clay shoot tomorrow.
Well, I tell you what we're going to do. We have hopefully next week. We'll be giving away some Trump signs from here.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great.
On Tuesday,
Good idea.
we'll give away some Trump signs if you want, and we'll be at the clay shoot tomorrow, the Republican clay shoot. I'll have some of them with me. I don't know exactly where we're all going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be pretty busy. Like I said, there's the pancake breakfast, pancake and buckwheat. The last one of the year is at Mill Run tomorrow, and then we're going to the clay shoot. Then we're going to the spaghetti dinner for the little girl, and Trinette messaged that to me. And
do we need to bring anything to that spaghetti dinner tomorrow?
No, it's $7 a person. I didn't probably go into it good enough. It's $7 a person, and they're going to have I guess they're having a Chinese auction, and it's going to be at the Moose Lodge, and it's going to be in Uniontown here, and it's going to be from 3 to 7. So. I don't know. Don't need to. I'm going to have a hard time, but I imagine I'll be able to get there. Maybe I'll have to take one home for later or something. And because we have a big birthday party I got to go to tomorrow night too.
Oh wow!
So it's a busy time.
It's good. It's fun and exciting.
Me and Melanie was at the Alternative Yes.
Oh yeah.
On Tuesday night, and we got our eyes opened up very much so, and things that we didn't realize. I don't know how we want to say this, but I guess we'll just say it. The abortion process is up by 33% here in Fayette County.
Fayette County,
over last year. We're not sure what the exact cause of all that is, but we know what the cause of it is. But like I said, we just gotta. We think that's we're one of the numbers have went up significantly in Fayette County.
Green and Washington, Allegheny. It was just shocking.
And from what we understand, that these things are happening outside of the county because there's no one that does this inside the county right now,
except for that abortion pill, which is available online. And the Democrats talk about health care and women's health care and abortion and this and that. There is no. The Uniontown Hospital gave up delivering babies, I guess, a couple of years ago.
Yeah. 3
or 4 years ago, and therefore...
It might have been longer than that now.
4 or 5 years ago. Therefore, the women in this county of Fayette County have no place to have their baby, number one. And number two, all the obstetricians that look at females and women have moved out of the county because there's no hospital here to deliver the babies. So that's just disheartening, I think, when you talk about women's health care. That's important. And it's kind of like Fayette County. So I think there is some good news on the other end that you said that with WVU coming into the hospital.
Well, there's a rumor that with WVU coming in that they might reopen the maternity ward again, which would be a good thing.
Yeah, because you're
because people have to drive down to Pittsburgh now. I believe probably actually my daughter delivers. She works at the maternity ward down there at.
McGee?
No. That isn't the one. It's the one right off of 51. You go up and back.
Oh, Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
She works at Jefferson. She was working down at Ruby, and actually they they actually recruited her to come up there to work up there, and she, yeah.
Maybe she'll get a little bit closer to home than in Uniontown if they can start a program here.
I'm sure that there's probably, but it's hard after you make friends at all these places and then just to leave after. She's been down there a good many years now.
I was a cuddler at McGee before COVID, which was an opportunity to cuddle little babies that are born addicted to drugs, and they're little precious little things. And I realized on Tuesday night that our state allows abortions up to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And in special cases up to the 9th month. This is unbelievable. This is genocide right before our eyes here in Fayette County. And, so that's the downside of it. Oh, and then the abortion pills that can be bought online. And now Walgreens, we learned Tuesday night, is filing papers to sell this birth control poison pill. No, it's not birth control. It's a murder pill in Walgreens, so anyone can walk in and get
what we found out, which we didn't realize, is that you can buy this in the mail
on the line, and they suggest to stock up on it.
They tell you to, and I'm
stock up.
I'm thinking, and what's happening is there's been several cases where you're really not supposed to do this after the 10th week. This is what the doctor said on Tuesday night, but there's been women.
3 months, yeah.
There's been women go further than that, and it's complicated. It adds complications to the whole process. But anyways, the good thing about this is Alternative Yes is giving people the option. We don't have to always talk about the worst of it, but they're giving these girls the option. And the phone number for Alternative Yes is 724-628-5555, and they're in Connellsville
and Uniontown
and in Uniontown now, and they'll help out with things. And if you get in touch with them, hopefully you'll be able to.
Get whatever help that you need, whether it's
and
medical, physical, emotional. They look there to save lives, and inside and outside the womb. And I think it's a great positive thing for Fayette County to have that, in spite of the news that we were given the other night.
Yeah,
there is alternatives, and it's in Laurel Highlands, and it's a pregnancy center. So let's keep them all in our prayers.
They have a, from what I understand, they have a doctor on duty that does. I can't think. Ultrasounds, yeah.
And pregnancy testings, everything's free.
Yep.
They have some counseling there. They have a motherhood program that helps with pregnancy, parenting, life skills, education support, even adoption interest, mother's pantry, extensive supplies, and so forth. So there's a lot of resources here, and pregnancy loss support. And that's an important factor too. One of the ladies said that some of them would bring miscarry in their bathrooms and bring the remains, a little baby in a shoebox, and say, what do I do with that? That's just that's devastating.
It was a tough deal, and like I said, we listened, but this is an alternative for people that want to try to do this, and hopefully they'll make an impact on the community here in 2024.
And
I was at the gala last year, and there was a lot of people there, and it was nice, and they raised quite a bit of money, but. I do know that they were getting some state funding, and I think they lost that. So, but we'll have to go into that another time. Maybe we'll get them on the air with me. Yeah. So, Melanie,
it's a great group.
I guess we need to get you running for delegate.
Yes, it's really important. The delegate position not only votes for the nominee at the national convention and the vice president, but you also have some input in the policy and the platform that the Republican campaign wants to move forward with Donald Trump as our nominee. And I think it's real important. There are 10 people running for delegate, that you really look at that list of 10. I'm number 4, color in number 4, Melanie Stringhill Patterson. But there are some other conservatives on that list, too. If you know them or familiar with them, many of them are outspoken conservatives just like myself. And we have been targeted by other GOP members that we are a cancer because we are fighting for election integrity, and we want to take control of that ballot box rather than the government having that responsibility. And so, we're looked at a little differently. So look at those conservatives on there, because we want to make sure that the America First platform and agenda stays intact with Donald Trump as our nominee as we go into win in November.
I think that we have to make sure that the platform stays solid throughout, and I want everybody to understand that that this delegate process is a lot of people don't probably even know about it, but unions will vote the first time at the convention for the nominee.
Correct. Yes.
And then there'll be a second vote if the first vote is closer.
If he doesn't get the the majority of the vote, which is 1,215 votes, but I think he has it pretty much already, because some of the states' delegates are bound by who wins their primary. There's only 3 states that have unbounded delegates, and Pennsylvania is one of them, and so the other states have to vote for the primary winner, which was Donald Trump in many of the states. That's why when they give that count, they would tell you the delegates, how many delegates that is, how many delegates he's won. That's pretty good. So it's pretty sure that he's going to be the nominee. But, we don't rule anything out. The games and the charades we see that's going on by both parties to push him out, there is a concerted effort to make sure he's not the nominee, but we're not going to let that happen. We're going to stay strong and remember that hate comes from the man down below, and that winners focus on the goals and losers focus on the winners. And at this point, I believe Donald Trump is winning all across the state and across the country. And so they're focusing on attacking him and filling with hate. Hatred is just unbelievable. But we have to keep our head above and move forward.
Well, right as of now, I don't even believe there's well, of course, you'd only have the Republican and the Democrat candidates right now. Then after that, you would have, I don't know, you'd have several other candidates like the Green Party and different parties that would come into play. But and the Independent, which Robert Kennedy, it looks like he's making a surge right now, and I think he's taking a lot of votes. Going to take a lot of votes away from Joe Biden. It looks like to me, because people, I mean, he has the message right now for the very conservative Democrats. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's a Kennedy. He's the Kennedy Democrats, as they want to say.
That's right. And he's going to get it. I even think Donald Trump said something today. If I was a Democrat, I'd be voting for Robert Kennedy. So I'm sure that's sending a couple of heads spinning or exploding across the country.
Yeah, I'm sure the people are not doing their happy dance because he said that. But what I found out, and I didn't realize this, a friend of mine that, and I do have Democratic friends. He called me and he says, John, he said, there's across the state of Pennsylvania, there's a concerted effort to just not vote if you're a Democrat, not to vote for anybody.
Yeah. To be uncommitted.
They want you to write in uncommitted.
Write in uncommitted, yeah.
And they're thinking they're going to get like 40,000 uncommitted votes.
On the Democrat
Party.
On
the Democrat Party. That's what he was telling me. And he's pretty much in touch with politics. And I was surprised. And I said, do you think that? I said, how will they count them? And he said, I don't know what they'll do. But he said that it looks like that's what's going to happen. He said that, because if if you're a Democrat and you want to vote for Trump, you can't vote for him in a primary. So they want to see this uncommitted people, see how many people were actually uncommitted.
Oh yeah, wow! Get ready, hold on to your boots. There, it's going to be a crazy ride. If that happens.
It is, and the convention is in Milwaukee.
Yeah, in July, middle of July, July 15th to the 17th or something like that, in the middle of July. Yesterday. A friend of mine was having dinner at the Texas Longhorn Steakhouse, and I always wear my Trump stuff or my hat, and it's always a conversation starter for.
She has a Trump umbrella and a Trump blazer and a Trump
pajamas, everything. Okay. I don't have a Trump bikini though. You won't catch me in a Trump bikini, but I've seen friends of mine have those, and they look pretty good in them. So
I was thinking down at the river thing, maybe we would get to witness that.
But anyway, so I had my Trump thing, and it's always a conversation, and 4 couples were there eating, and we're leaving, and they say, "Hey, we like your pen, yay, give me a thumbs up." And they said that one of their friends has been a Democrat all of their life, voting all the time for Democrats, but she changed to Republican 2 weeks ago because her whole family is Democrat. And she said, "But don't tell my mother." I changed to Republican, but don't tell my mother. So, but that's Western Pennsylvania. That's what it is. But there's still a lot of Democrats that, like Trump, they won't change their party, but in November they'll come around and vote for him because he's for us. He's the people's president. And we had 4 years of knowing that, and we see it right now. We got to get a Chick-fil-A. Is there a Chick-fil-A in Uniontown? We can bring Donald Trump here. He can go into the Chick-fil-A. I'll buy the sandwiches and the milkshakes this time around. He relates to the people. Because you know what? He's been a businessman all of his life.
Well, it's been told that he had the Secret Service has when he was president. Probably even still that he has a hard time. And if he sees a Kentucky Fried Chicken, they got to stop and get him a bucket of chicken. And I mean, yeah, I mean, but I don't know if that's quite true. But
you know the Chick-fil-A thing that he went in with the workers.
Yeah.
And the girl come and hugged him, and she spoke this morning on the news. She's going viral all over the place. But that's because he's the people's president. We've not seen one like that in my lifetime. I haven't. And versus the poor man that's in the White House now, it's sad to watch, because I know people that have dementia and Alzheimer's and suffered, and that's just not right to have somebody on the major world stage that needs help, and they're just making a fool out of him. It's a shame, and the Democrats should be outraged at that.
Well, we'll see how this all plays out. I'm sure there are going to be some presidential debates if they decide to comply, and they can get the rules straightened out so they both can do it, I guess.
That will be great TV that night. It'll probably be the most watched show ever in television history if those two debate.
We like I said, there's going to be a lot of people trying to ride on his coattails to whatever at the state level, I'm sure, that try to get into some of these state offices.
President Trump.
Yeah, so we'll see how that all unfolds too, because I'm hearing rumors of another independent candidate coming forward to run for Senate now. I haven't got it confirmed yet, but I'm hearing there's another independent candidate that's thinking about running for Senate in the state of Pennsylvania. Wow. So,
we're not happy with the Republicans that are running in the state and the ones that have been elected, because you can see they're not for the constituents. The latest thing with our Congressman Guy Reschenthaler, many people were displeased with his latest votings. With that FISA thing, he voted for banning TikTok, and let alone the $1 trillion omnibus bill too. And then I think there were some gun things that he interfered with too.
So we all need to take our time and look all these things up, because they kind of slip them past us, and then we don't pay attention, and then we.
But then he wanted to vote that the Dulles Airport. He's the sponsor of the bill to turn the Dulles Airport in Virginia and name it after Donald J. Trump. That came out last week. I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but no, I got an email right from him saying, "Yeah, I'm sponsoring this bill to name." You know how that has about 1% chance of getting out of the room, let alone in the garbage can. That is never going to happen. And I don't feel it's right that he's pandering to the Trump MAGA voters.
We see
something like that.
We see this.
That's never going to happen.
We see this at the state level too. They make a big deal about writing a bill about stuff, about different things, and it never ends up getting out of committee, or it never actually gets voted on. But it looks good at the time.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Again, talk is cheap. Words are words.
Exactly.
And look at their actions. Look what they've actually done. And even our Speaker of the House went in before that. Opposing positions that he's now in favor of. He flipped right there as our Speaker of the House. So, that's a reality of what we have to deal with in D.C. and across this state. But we're patriots. We're sticking together, aren't we?
But it would always, what I'm thinking of, and I'll tell you this, I'll never forget, they wanted us to vote the House in. Okay, they wanted us to get the House to be majority Republican. Then they said, well, okay, now if we have the Senate, we can get things done.
Yeah. And
then we need the president. So we had a president that was Republican. We had both bodies of Congress were Republican, and he's sitting there waiting on them to send him bills to sign, and none of them they couldn't come up with anything. I mean, he actually had to fight Republicans about doing the border wall, and now we're being invaded down there. I mean, this is and from what I understand, actually we're having trouble with the northern border now too. So they're coming in, and I don't want to be inhumane. I want these people. I don't want to be inhumane about things. But it was better off that they stayed in the country they were instead of coming in Mexico, and they at least that they were being taken care of or of some sort. But now they come here and they're trying to, and it just isn't working, and it's causing all of us taxpayers a burden.
All of it. It's putting a burden in Charleroi, back in the Mon Valley. It was just in the paper today. The increase, the school district is being burdened significantly. In previous years, they had maybe 25, 30 kids of immigrant children there. At the start of the school year, they had 137 at the start of this school year. Now it's up to 200 students in that district, overburdening the teachers, the resources. They've had to hire new people to come in. And these are children that, in traveling over the border and getting here have gone through tremendous experiences. And it's just not fair for them.
And it's not.
And nor the children in the regular classroom.
And the other thing is, and we got to quickly, because I only got about a minute left, but believe it or not, but what I was going to tell you, you sent me a text message that they're going to be printing the ballots.
Oh, the ballots.
Ballots in Chinese now.
Or, yeah, you can request a ballot that's in Chinese. You can request a mail-in ballot in Chinese in Pennsylvania. It's time to follow the NGOs in this state of Pennsylvania and find out how much Chinese money is going to fund this just dark money, I guess.
I had another text today that a friend of mine, he got, he had a voter, so you could request a ballot, and it actually came from Governor Shapiro. That he was saying how to request a ballot.
Well, I know
I mean, he's the governor, so I guess
Wisconsin got $26 million from a Chinese organization for their get out the vote thing in Wisconsin, and that's proven. So you just got to follow the money, like in anything, local government, just follow the chain of money and you'll find your answer of why things are the way they are.
And that's what we're having here. Hey, I got to get off of here because Nick's already telling me so. So, hey, it's have a wonderful weekend. And on this road called life, you have to take the good with the bad. Smile when you're sad. Love what you got. Remember what you had. Always forgive, but never forget. Learn from your mistakes. People change. Things go wrong. Just remember, the ride goes on. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America. This is Jon Marietta. I am the Hillbilly.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.